Coming up on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, there's a new way to call for help in an emergency. We'll bring you the details. Plus, more than 8,000 pinwheels were planted around the city. Find out why. And a local park gets a makeover thanks to volunteers from STIHL. That and more are coming up as we access Virginia Beach. Hello and welcome to VBTV's Access Virginia Beach, a program that informs you of news and events from around our city and schools. I'm Georgine Jones. Thanks for joining us. Need help in a hurry? Well, now you can send a 911 call with a text message. Here's Access reporter Jeff Barnaby with the details.
Imagine there's an intruder in your home. You're hiding in your closet with your cell phone and you need help. In Virginia Beach, you can now text to 911.
Text to 911 is the capability of citizens to reach the 911 emergency center via their cell phone or mobile device.
In situations where it's too dangerous for a caller to speak, or if the caller is deaf, hard of hearing, or speech disabled, text messaging could save the day. The Virginia Beach 911 call center is now equipped and trained to receive text messages. Simply enter 911 in the number field, type in your location and the reason you need help, and hit send. You will receive a response from a 911 professional. Texting to 911 does come with unique challenges. Virginia Beach 911 wants you to call if you can, text if you can't.
It's best to call 911. The information is received faster and it's more reliable. When you text, you receive no special priority on the way the call comes in, and the information we receive is limited.
Only traditional text messages will work with the service, and normal messaging rates may apply. So check with your carrier to see if your plan will allow you to text 911. The service works with each of the nationwide wireless carriers, and more will be added. Visit vbgov.com/VB911 for more information.
Virginia Beach is the first Southside Hampton Road city to offer text to 911 service from each of the major cellular providers. The city of Virginia Beach saved taxpayers $8.7 million recently by refinancing some of its bonds. These are loans that finance major city construction projects like school renovations and road widening projects. The beach refinanced $56 million in general obligation bonds at the extraordinarily low rate of 1.98%. As a result, the city will save $8.7 million over the 14-year life of the loans. And here's some more good news. For the 6th year in a row, Wall Street agencies Fitch, Moody's, and Standard & Poor's all gave AAA ratings to the resort city. Motorists traveling around the municipal center have certainly witnessed the parade of blue and silver pinwheels along Princess Anne Road in front of the Juvenile and Domestic Relations Court.
April is Child Abuse Prevention Month, so we got together with business leaders in the community and volunteers to plant about 8,000 pinwheels throughout the community.
The second annual Pinwheels for Prevention campaign honors the court-appointed special advocates, better known as CASA, for children during the month of April.
Since then, we have created not only laws, but also agencies to handle child abuse. Members of the Department of Human Services staff work diligently to investigate allegations of child abuse, find temporary placements for children unable to return to their home, and develop permanency plans that allow children to return to their biological families whenever possible.
The blue pinwheel has become the symbol for child abuse prevention. The simple image reminds us that all children deserve a happy, safe childhood.
The helpless victim who is oftentimes preyed upon, abused by those people who are supposed to be there to help and care for them. It just touches you in a way that you simply can never forget.
The second annual Pinwheel for Prevention campaign is geared towards ending that violence.
We advocate for kids who've been abused or neglected that are currently before the court. Our ambassadors group, Friends of CASA, came together to do the Pinwheels for Prevention campaign.
In Virginia Beach alone, more than 1,000 cases of child abuse and neglect are substantiated each year.
Investigators found that 37 children died as a result of abuse or neglect and 27 of them were 4 years old or younger.
A few days before the ceremony, local community volunteers planted 8,000 pinwheels across the city, 5,000 in front of the juvenile and domestic courthouse.
On Tuesday and Wednesday, we had about between 20 to 25 volunteers to come out and plant 5,000 pinwheels in the lawn of the court. They were doing it because they want to be involved in the process. They want to plant a seed to make sure that in the end we harvest a good community where we don't tolerate child abuse here.
And if you'd like to join CASA in helping prevent child abuse, give them a call at the number listed below or visit their website. City leaders and manufacturing experts from the resort city recently gathered to discuss industry standards and the recruitment of new personnel.
I really hope that everyone agrees that we made a lot of progress. If you don't, I want to hear that too.
IMS Gear hosted this meeting of the Mayor's Manufacturing Roundtable Series. It provided an opportunity to update manufacturers on the progress of the apprenticeship and training programs available for manufacturers.
Today was the Mayor's Roundtable on manufacturing. It was an opportunity for the Mayor and leaders within the advanced manufacturing community to discuss issues that are concerning to them, but also recognize that they've started a collaboration of working together using the benefits of the Tallwood Community College and their services to talk about how we can increase the workforce development opportunities for the future.
We actually need some opening of the minds of existing employees, maybe to recruit future employees that have some innovation techniques.
STIHL and Tidewater Community College have been partners working together for many years on workforce development and apprenticeship training issues.
Invest in continued education. It's a long-term or mid-term investment. It's not a short-term investment. You see fruits after 1 quarter. Apprentice program takes about 3 years, and then you have a highly qualified technician who can work and fix everything in your facilities.
And beach schools have heard the word. STEM is the acronym for the fields of science, technology, engineering, and math. These activities are a major component of the school division's strategic plan, Compass to 2015.
So we're trying to create excitement K-12 with our robotics challenge, where they even have to this year understand and research robotics, and whether it's a manufacturing robot or a service robot, understand the complexity of the industry and the great future that holds in manufacturing in Virginia Beach and around the world.
IMS Gear has teamed up with Tidewater Community College, Bush Manufacturing, and STIHL to offer apprenticeship-type training opportunities for employees entering the workforce. About 20 manufacturing representatives attended the Mayor's Roundtable on manufacturing. And those manufacturing representatives in attendance need your help. K-12 students across the division are being immersed in STEM education programming, just what these industry leaders need when they're hiring new employees. This next feature highlights the courses and curriculum needed to begin your working career right after graduation. Here's Mickey Aceto with more.
Mechatronic applications include a wide variety of industries, including medical, defense, and mechanical manufacturing.
We manufacture here horizontal drive mechanism for car seats.
On a national and local level, industry representatives are seeking employees who have the basic education and technical skills to begin employment now.
It's being a manufacturing engineer, being a process engineer, programming logical controls, being hands-on a mill, on a lathe, actually creating what they think about, and then put it in reality and make parts for what we need.
And what those industry reps need are students who have skills necessary to get them into the workforce.
They should have some engineering training on the mechanical side, on the electrical side, on the programming side. So just going to the high school is a good start. Then the next thing should be to get some more hands-on experience.
And then the other thing that I wanted to highlight were just the average wages for STEM workers here. So for those with a bachelor's degree or higher, it's $80,000. For those without a bachelor's degree, it's $51,000.
Not too long ago, we had the Brookings Institution here for a seminar that the speaker talked about the hidden STEM economy. Many of the jobs in mechatronics fall within that because they're sub-baccalaureate degrees, in other words, less than a 4-year college education. But the median average income for those occupations and that STEM-related careers is around $53,000.
The market has never been more attractive for students ready to enter the workforce right after high school.
Concoa moves molecules for a living. We provide opportunities for people with all educational and skill levels. We're most interested in having young people who are currently in high school think about a career in advanced manufacturing or light engineering, as we refer to ourselves. And along those lines, we have a pathway which allows them to come into Concoa at an entry-level job. And once they're here with some basic education, work up through the ranks, through some of our training programs, and then in concert with the local community college, TCC, and with Old Dominion University, allow them at their pace to continue their education so that they become more valuable to the community, to their family, and to Concoa.
Who knows what the future holds? Just plan to be a part of it.
Volunteering allows you to connect with your community and make it a better place. One group of volunteers recently got their hands dirty to make a local park shine. Employees from STIHL Inc. donned their working boots and headed out to Marshview Park for a day of community service during the Professional Land Care Network Day of Service.
Community and private sectors come together and beautify the land around us, our parks, our lakes, anything that we spend time in. You know, it's just a chance for us to give back to our community.
STIHL partnered with Virginia Beach Parks and Recreation to participate in the annual Day of Service. More than a dozen volunteers lent their green thumbs to help clear out Marshview Park.
Well, we were cutting down trees, hauling out brush, running a lot of brush cutters, cutting these vines. And then the folks from the city, they have some chippers, some big dump trucks, and they're getting all the material out of there right now.
From wood chipping to felling trees, employees put their landscaping skills to good use. And this isn't the first time STIHL has lent a helping hand. Over the last 6 years, they have volunteered close to 2,000 hours and saved the city money by participating in the annual Day of Service.
Between labor, materials, manpower, removal of the trees that we would have to contract out, we estimate roughly about $20,000.
Marshview Park is located at the oceanfront off of Norfolk Avenue. It features trails, pedestrian bridges, a parking lot, and more. So come check it out for yourself. The annual Day of Service is designed to unite the landscaping industry across the country. Since the event's inception in 2009, industry professionals have completed nearly 1,000 projects across the nation. Coming up next on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, a penny saved is a penny earned. Find out how these students are learning about the importance of savings. Plus, the top coaches and athletes in the school division are honored. We'll have that and more when we return.
It's fun. It's hands-on. It's out of this world. It's stimulating. Title I STEM camps in July. You have to be there.
Virginia Beach Schools Parent Connection is your one-stop resource for information and events which support families and promote student success. Parents, as hard as we try to safeguard our children and surround them with positive influences and exciting learning opportunities, circumstances beyond our control can affect them. Our children may seem like they're handling things just fine, but may in fact be struggling. Plan to attend a free workshop, Trauma, the Hidden Epidemic, being offered by the City of Virginia Beach Department of Human Services, Tuesday, May 12th, from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. at Lansdowne High School. Presented by John Paradiso and Jim Thornton, clinical service coordinators for Child and Youth Services, you will learn to identify adverse life events that can pervade everyday life and complicate healthy development, and learn to recognize the difference between normal teenage behavior and when to seek help for your child. Please call 385-0850 for more information or to register. Do you feel like your child is constantly pushing the boundaries with their behavior? Is it possible for a parent to be kind and firm at the same time? Plan to join CHKD for a free Parent Academy workshop, Positive Discipline for Parents of Children ages 5 through 12. Being held Tuesday, May 12th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at the CHKD 6th floor conference room in Norfolk. Parents will learn how to get to the core of their child's misbehavior and take away some positive discipline techniques that will help you to establish strong relationships while teaching your child responsible behaviors. Call 668-9304 for more information or register online at the address on your screen. To learn more about important deadlines or to see a complete calendar of Parent Connection events, visit vbschools.com and click on the Parent tab at the top of the page.
Welcome back to Access Virginia Beach. I'm Georgine Jones. Whether it's track and field, football, or field hockey, sports play a pivotal part in the school division, and some of those top athletes in the city were recently honored for their hard work. The Virginia Beach Convention Center was packed full of players, coaches, principals, and proud parents. They were all here for the 62nd Annual Sports Club Jamboree. The event recognizes outstanding male and female athletes from each of the city's 11 public high schools.
He was regional and state qualifier in indoor track for the past 2 years.
Tavon Burris runs track and field at Bayside High School and won several championships. His athleticism has earned him a full scholarship at Hampton University.
Last year, I was the regional 500 meter and 800 meter champion, also the state 800 meter champion. This past indoor season, I went down to New York for the national meet and I won the 800 meter race.
She has played varsity field hockey at Cox all 4 years.
Emma Hount is the field hockey captain at Cox High School. She helped lead a team to a state title. She plans to continue her field hockey career at the University of Virginia.
We had always gotten really far every season. I think we made it to the state tournament 2 years in a row, then the regional tournament my junior year. So this year we really wanted to get that state title. And so we just worked really hard.
Coach Bowman has the most wins coaching girls basketball in the state of Virginia. He is retiring this year after 45 seasons of coaching.
Absolutely going to miss it. You know, I almost say never when I say retired, so I know I'm going to miss it next November when practice time starts. Something that's in your blood, you've been doing it for so long. Yeah, I'm going to miss it, absolutely.
In all, 22 students and 3 coaches were recognized at this jamboree. Right now, children are forming habits that will last a lifetime. One practice that the city is hoping will really stick with kids is healthy eating.
How many of you know about food groups? Have you ever heard the word food groups?
To spread the word about important nutrition concepts, the Department of Parks and Recreation has joined forces with Old Dominion University and the Virginia Beach Health Department to offer a new program, Let's Move.
It is a program meant to teach children 5 to 11 years of age healthy eating and physical activity. And today's lesson is about the 5 food groups.
The pilot program is offered at 8 after-school sites and meets once a week for 4 consecutive weeks. It is part of the Mayor's Action Challenge to help build healthy families.
With the Mayor's Action Challenge, our main goal is reducing obesity in our Virginia Beach youth. And a message from the health department is always the healthy eating, active living that really helps with preventing chronic disease later on in life. And we're seeing that even more in youth, younger adults. So that's really a message we're really wanting to get out.
And they're getting that message out there with programs like this.
I got grapes for fruit because I love grapes.
Students got a chance to make their own healthy plates and compete in a fun relay race where they had to place a food card in the correct section.
Which one do you have? You've got turkey, that's protein, that goes right there. Good job.
ODU graduate students partnered with the city to help develop the content, collect data, and provide feedback.
The goal is for Old Dominion Center for Global Health to help the City of Virginia Beach determine if this program is an effective one And if we show through the data and through the observations that we make that the children are learning about physical activity and healthy eating, then the city can use that information to help expand the program.
Parks and Recreation is planning to expand the pilot program next year with hopes of offering Let's Move to all out-of-school time programs.
Research shows that the earlier we teach children about healthy eating and active living concepts, the healthier they'll grow up to be as they get older. So in Parks and Recreation, we are all about healthy living, balanced, and play.
Parks and Recreation offers after-school programs at all 56 elementary schools in Virginia Beach. They service more than 3,000 children a day. For more information, log on to vbgov.com/OST. From physical fitness to financial fitness, a different type of learning is taking place across town. It's story time at Green Run Elementary School, but these first graders aren't just enjoying a good book, they're learning an important life lesson.
Saving is easy when you make it a habit.
Saving money was the topic of the day, and Sammy the Rabbit was helping drive home the message. The Virginia Beach Schools Federal Credit Union partnered with Green Run to host Financial Fitness Week.
We're reviewing a lot of economic concepts such as savings, needs, wants, even spending. We're talking a lot about budgeting, and we're talking about, saving for a rainy day.
They see everyone. They come for the entire week, and we get all of our classes in from preschool all the way through 5th grade.
I'm going to pass out to each table a jar of coins.
The learning started off with a book about saving and concluded with counting and identifying money.
You're going to be in charge of the pennies, nickels, dimes, and you got the quarters. You ready for it?
We enforce, how much is each coin worth? How do we count by 5s, by 10s, by 1s? And then, of course, the quarters, which are always a big hit because that's a little struggle for them.
To make it a little easier to remember, each student got to take home a special gift.
Well, it's a tray that's hold the coins I have in. I have a quarter, dime, nickel, and penny.
And even though these youngsters have their whole lives ahead of them, it's never too early to start saving.
So we're hoping by hitting the kids early that maybe that they will grow up and be more financially literate, will be able to budget and save and spend accordingly to their income.
The credit union partners with schools across the division, along with the city's Bank On program, to help people of all ages better understand finances. They've been coming to Green Run Elementary for the last 9 years. Summer is approaching, folks. Is your air conditioning unit ready to keep you cool during those dog days of summer? Well, a local company has donated a valuable piece of equipment to the Technical and Career Education Center that is being used to train its HVAC students.
What questions do y'all have about how a geothermal loop field is put together?
These heating and air conditioning students are getting up to speed on some cool technology.
We have donated a piece of Bosch geothermal equipment to Virginia Beach Technical and Career Education Center, so the students here can learn the ins and outs of the workings on one of the most efficient ways to heat and cool your house in the industry today.
They're going to drill like a 4.5 to 5 inch hole out there, 210 foot deep.
These hands-on learning activities bode well for young students hoping to get started on a career after high school.
I feel like if they understand what's going on and why it's environmentally friendly and why it's cost effective and why it's efficient, then that'll get them excited about learning about the ins and outs and how it actually works. And it's not just another box that they're going to work on, another type of heat and air system.
Well, this particular unit was donated to the heating and air conditioning program specifically for student training. We definitely want to try to provide our students the opportunities to learn on new and the most modern equipment available.
Having professionals on hand for students reinforced lessons learned in the classroom.
Right now we actually have a unit that we're about to install, a geothermal unit. So this is pretty much tying into like the different type of units that we could use.
Building tomorrow's professionals today is a key factor in the division's use of 21st century learning techniques.
These guys have been doing geothermal over 20 years, most of these guys, with various different companies. And this is near and dear to their heart. They want these young people to understand what geothermal is so that they're going to be the next generation that comes up. They're either going to be working for people like us or working for heating and air professionals so that they can take care of the units that we're putting in today.
If you or your business would like to partner with the school division, log on to vbschools.com and search for Partners in Education. At Tallwood High School's Global Studies and World Language Academy, Cultural Cafés plays a big role in helping students understand foreign cultures they are studying. Today, it was Russia's turn to take the spotlight. Tunes from Russia entertain students and staff with their repertoire of folk songs from different regions of Russia.
Every language at Tallwood has a cafe, a cultural cafe, so today was just Russian's turn. So we wanted to show everybody at Tallwood what the Russian culture was all about.
Dancing, a fashion show, poetry readings, and unique presentations piqued the interests of those attending.
Our mission today was probably to show the kids of Tallwood, and anybody who really wanted to come, since we have a distance learning program, we invited kids from other schools. We wanted to show them Russian culture and have them experience a little bit of authentic Russian food and songs and poems.
I just think it's really important to make the distinction between governments and people, because I think governments can disagree, but I think at heart a lot of human beings, we're all human beings, and I think that's what today is about, celebrating a culture and celebrating two great people.
They can visit their sisters-in-law to develop a closer relationship.
The cafe offered students a chance to witness the unique styles and custom of Russian culture.
My children, they love to learn. They love to learn about not just the language, but about the culture and history, and they are so curious and interested in everything. But the most fascinating thing, I believe, is that they love to share what they learn.
Oh, I love those pretzels.
Feeding the masses is usually the highlight of these culture cafes, and of course, the authentic Russian food was all prepared by students.
Most of the students in the Russian Club and a lot of students who came today actually prepared Russian food at home. So we looked up recipes that were traditional Russian foods, and we got to have the experience of cooking those. And from my experience, Russian food takes a very long time to cook. I was at it for hours, but it's just a really good experience getting to try some different cuisine.
So even if it is as simple as sampling a new cuisine, trying on some foreign clothes, or experiencing a new lifestyle, it never hurts to round out your personality.
So actually today I hope that the students who didn't know anything about Russian culture are going to get a little bit curious. And they might do some research, and they might think actually every culture has something unique and something beautiful to share with us. And I believe when we find it, we enrich our lives.
Out-of-this-country experiences are common at the Global Studies and World Languages Academy. To check out other activities in Lion Country, log on to vbschools.com and search Tallwood High School. And with that, we've come to the end of our show. But if you've missed something or would like to see it again, you can view this program online. Log on to vbgov.com/media. Then under the All Categories button, find and click on Access for Virginia Beach. For everyone here at VBTV, I'm Georgine Jones, and thanks for watching.